Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey Johnson, and welcome to Relationship Management. Today's topic is going to be about undefeated. Do you remember Mike Tyson? He's a professional boxer. He was supposed to be undefeated. I was thinking he was going to always be undefeated, meaning that I didn't think that he would ever lose. You understand? But he did lose. You know? In boxing match, he did lose. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? He's supposed to be undefeated. This is another example. Do you watch The Young and the Restless? This character, his name is Eric Braeden, but his storyline name is Victor Newman. Okay, he was supposed to be undefeated, invulnerable. That means he never loses, he always wins. That's the perception I've got of The Young and the Restless every time I was watching it, because Victor Newman always had his way. He wasn't supposed to never get beat up, never hurt, never shot. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to just victor over everybody and always win. He's supposed to be always victor way, and he never loses. That's the way it was supposed to be set up. But I was shocked that he did get hurt and he did lose. You know what I mean? A lot. I have another example. The United States of America. Well, since I live in the United States of America, I'm gonna have to say we. You know what I mean? Because whatever the president decides to do with the military, by dispatching military in other countries, even though he feels that his intentions are right to do that because of some type of a contract they have signed to protect other nations, it puts us up in danger. And the United States of America feels that we are like Victor Newman, that we are, invisible, and that it's impossible for us to ever lose. Our president was saying that we won World War I, we won World War III, and he's so confident he really feel that, let me re-illustrate this. He said, we won World War I, we won World War II, and he was so confident he feel that we're gonna win World War III too. But you have to understand, technology has increased and it has gotten better. You understand? We are in the new world order now, where things are advanced, and we have AI technology, and these other foreigners, has upgraded the military, and they have atomic bombs just like we got. They have hypersonic bombs just like we got. They got nuclear bombs just like we got. And it's very important to realize that, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It all depends. If it's God's willing for America to always win wars, well then we will always be, ahead and always, winning. if it's really God's will for us to supposed to win, if it just, was written in the book of life, if God put up in the book of life, America will never be destroyed by no missiles. Well, then we will never be destroyed if it God's willing, because it might be God's will for America to have that type of policing power control to go policing other countries and saving them. You never know. There might be a higher force in space that owns this earth that give Americans the power or the contract, to be able to go in foreign nations to intervene and to kill, evil. You know what I mean? That's probably why America or the presidents of the United States have that type of a power to go be a police in another nation and to rescue them, and to have power to shut things down in other countries if they don't submit, give in, or make a deal like the president say. And if other countries don't do what the president say, President Trump can easily sing this song. I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Heard it all before. Remember that song? And he has the power to do that. But if it's not meant, if it wasn't written in the book of life by God for the United States to have that kind of a power, and if the United States is breaching, and really doing things illegal, when it comes to war, well, then there's a God that sits high and look low, and there's a word that's called karma. That means that just like Victor Newman fell, he got hurt, injured, shot, and just like Mike Tyson fell, he got injured, hurt, and lost and defeated in matches. You understand? Well, that means that America can fall too. If they are not following the guidelines of God, and if they've been evil, well, then God will allow us to wind up failing. And this can be, this can put Americans in grave danger of being attacked. You know what I mean? And they will have missiles all in the sky, all in our sky, just like how we be seeing Israel suffering with all the missiles in the sky. So whatever the president of the United States decide, and if he put us up in danger or in grave danger, that hurt us, and Americans can die. Have you ever thought of this? I know that America has given Israel the power to have the Iron Dome to stop a lot of missiles and stuff like that. Have you ever wondered? I bet you we have the Iron Dome too. Okay, well, here's my question. Do you really feel that the Iron Dome can stop a hypersonic missile? We have, people like Vladimir Putin. He's threatened to nuke Yellowstone. You know what I mean? Now, do you really think our hypersonic missiles can stop a hypersonic bomb? You know what I mean? Now, I want you to know that if a hypersonic missile or hypersonic bomb or nuclear bomb hits Yellowstone, that's gonna blow Canada up just as well as the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make oh man, that's gonna be crazy. Can you imagine? Do you know even if Yellowstone explodes on its own, it's gonna destroy like half of the United States of America, if not the entire United States of America. But it's not just gonna go down, it's gonna go up too. Up in Canada will suffer for that too. And you see, I'm hoping to God that it is written in the book of life, and it is God's will for America to really be aggressive with evil, because sometimes you have to become evil in order to kill evil. You understand? I'm going to give you an example. The Bible says thou shalt not kill. And we're supposed to abide by that. You understand? You understand? There's a but to that, though. It all depends, because if a burglar breaks into your house, he's coming in to see if he can possibly rape your wife or to kill everybody in the house. So are you going to do what the Bible says and turn the other cheek and let this burglar have sex with your house? See, you can't talk stupid when it comes to the Bible, because the Bible says you're supposed to turn the other cheek and you're supposed to do good people that despitefully use you or harm you. So are you going to become a stupid, dumb person and talk stupid to the burglar and say, well, the Bible says to turn the other cheek, so I'm going to turn my head and you go ahead on and have sex with my wife? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be stupid like that? Are you going to say, well, God say to do good to you, so I'm going to go ahead on and be good to you? Like the Bible say, I'm going to go in the living room and you go in there and fuck my wife good as you need. And you don't even have to use a rubber, because I want to be good to you. I want you to really feel how good she feels. See, you can't be stupid. You know, you're going to have to break that. There are law that's in the Bible says thou shalt not kill, but you're going to have to kill. That's what I mean by break that. Because if you don't kill that burglar, he's going to kill your ass and kill your children and kill your wife too. So sometimes you have to do what you got to do. And you have to become evil. You understand? And fight evil with evil, just like Samson did. He was angry and fucking pissed off and mad. That's why he beat 1,000 men with a jawbone of an ass and he killed them. And he had to be angry. He had to feel this evilness to make him want to kill. Same thing with David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant, huge, humongous. You know what I'm saying? And Goliath was a bully. But David got pissed off, he got angry and mad. And he swung that slingshot and he slayed that giant. Slay means he killed him. You understand? And caused that giant to die with death. You understand? So, you know, that's a lot of people up in this America and in this world say President Trump is evil. You understand what I'm saying? He's no good. Well, it might be meant in some situation, God will give you the power to be evil, to be able to kill evil. You understand? It just works that way sometimes. So we're just hoping that, you know, our president is doing everything by the book and by God's will. Because if not, you know, we're going to have karma. Karma means that North Korea, Russia, and China can be in cahoots together. And it hit us all at once. It was in triple team us. You know? If World War III happened, it's going to be different than how it was up in the past because of technology. You know what I'm saying? And the speed of hypersonic, you know what I mean, missiles and stuff like that have nuclear warheads. They move faster than the speed of light. And the way I understand, Russian missiles can hit us within 17 minutes or 15 or not less. They are that quick, they can move that quick. Because if all nations start shooting their nukes, well, guess what? The entire planet is going to be engulfed up in fire like the sun. And it's going to be another sun up in space, and people that live, you know what I'm saying, on other planets, they could be saying, damn, did you guys see that? It'd be like another Big Bang Theory or something. And other planets would be saying on their news, God, you see the sun right there? Look at Earth. It look like two suns. They'd be like, God damn.